Squinty McGinty. Squinty McGinty. Silly Bo Billy. Oh, this dino. Good morning / afternoon, my friend. Dickie McGeezax. Dickie McGeezax, bro. What it a reapid do? Great combo with Kyle. Way too short though. I mean, he gave us like almost 2.5 hours. He told us he had a couple hours, and he had things to do afterwards. And yeah, I mean, I agree. I would have loved to have the dude for 4 or 5 hours. I'm glad he didn't make some. He helped make some points clear about trans genocide. Sure. Yeah, I mean, Kyle's a smart dude, and he's got a real level-headed way of thinking about things. There's definitely like a few things I wanted to talk to him about that we didn't get to. But it's cool that we have Kyle as a friend of the show. That's neat. That's cool of him. And I think that a lot of people that maybe walked away from the show a couple of years ago or months ago or whatever, I'm seeing comments and stuff from people saying, "Ah, I haven't watched these guys in 3 or 4 years, and I'd kind of given up, and this is great," and blah blah blah. So it's nice to see some old heads coming back. But yeah, overall, just a really good talk with Kyle. Hello from Poland. You should have guests more often. Yeah, I mean, the thing is with our guests is we made the decision to never kind of do what we used to do back in the DP days and have just anybody and everybody that had a channel. We want to be selective with guests and have guests on that we know or at least suspect are going to do really well. Like Demon Mama. Demon Mama came on once, was really good, came on a second time, was even better in my opinion. And so she'll probably be somebody that we go to every, once in a while and say, hey, you want to come on, do a show? Same thing with Kyle, open door policy for that guy. He wants to come back on, we'll get him back on. But this just like having anybody and everybody on that's not the way to go. Yeah, I did hear that James Cameron is doing 4K upgrades to some of his old movies. I'll be interested to see what Terminator and T2 and Aliens look like after all of that. I'd also really like to see him do a 4K remaster of The Abyss. That's one of my favorite Cameron movies, The Abyss. If you wouldn't mind, I would like it blue. Doo, 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 doo. I don't think he's doing it for Terminator. He did it in 2017 and it was highly criticized. Damn. You listen to Schoolboy Q. Oh, oh, luxury. Chitty ching ching, could buy anything. Got that. Oh, oh. Collard greens. 3 degrees low, make you hop on me, drop that. Oh, oh. I like Schoolboy Q. I'm probably not the biggest fan in the world, but I like him. Okay, biatch. This your favorite song? Thank you, baby.
Welcome.
Very sweet of you. My skull drink. Gotta take my crazy pills. Or else. You know what'll happen. Munchausen syndrome? What? I'll pick up my wife's antidepressant and swap them with sugar pills. No happiness allowed in my household. That's mean. Is that an actual word? Munchausen? Yeah, Munchausen. Baron Munchausen syndrome is so regular Baron Munchausen is excuse me. Okay. Regular Baron Munchausen syndrome is when you pretend to be sick all the time to get sympathy from people. Oh, I've got cancer, but you don't. And Munchausen by proxy is typically, it's usually a mother. A mother will pretend that their child is sick and even go so far as to take them to the doctor and get them on medications and stuff that they don't need in order to get sympathy and stuff like that from. Yeah, Gypsy Rose was a victim of Munchausen by proxy. Oh, okay. You gonna come up here? That's okay. You don't ever do this. You don't ever get up on Dad's lap in this chair. Everybody can see your pretty haircut. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look how pretty he is, everybody. Look how pretty he got. He went and got his haircut today. Or yesterday. He went and got a nice haircut yesterday. He's feeling pretty good. He got a nice haircut. He got lined up, yeah. He got all lined up. He's feeling pretty good. What a good boy. What a good boy. You gonna get your ball? Where's your ball? He's looking suave. He is looking suave. Where's your bowl? Where's your bowl? Go find it. Dude, not to get off doggo topic, but I get really annoyed at those idiots giving you shit about your new computer. That's the thing about computers. So if you guys ever had a friend or an acquaintance that was like hardcore Android or iPhone, so there are people out there that, or like hardcore Ford or Chevy, like they like Ford but they hate everything Chevy does, or vice versa. They're all Chevy but they hate Fords. There's a ton of people that are like that in computers. Like there's a whole subset of computer nerds that are like, I only do AMD processors. You know, if you get an Intel processor in 2024, you're just getting ripped off because AMD's where's, you know, like And I just don't get wrapped up in that. I got the components that I'm like familiar with. I've never had an AMD processor, so I didn't get one. I got an Intel processor. I've never had a an AMD video card, so I didn't get one. I got an NVIDIA card. You know, it was one of those things. Podcaster needs a good computer. How wild. Yeah, that, well, that's the thing, is like, I didn't, it wasn't most people going like, oh dude, you fucking got ripped off. It was people going like, you should have got a better computer. And it's like, dude, that computer is going to eat the breakfast of anything I throw at it for at least 4 or 5 years on max 4K 60 frames a second settings. It's gonna destroy anything I throw at it and still have room, you know. How many gigs of RAM do you have? I got 32 gigs of RAM. RAM to me, like, I would have preferred to get like maybe 64 gigs, but RAM is like the easiest thing to upgrade in your PC. So if down the road I find myself running into like RAM roadblocks and shit, I'll just pop some new DIMMs in it. It's not gonna be that hard. Well, that's the thing. This computer is not like just good enough. Like, if I wanted to get just good enough, I would have gotten like 2 models down back behind it. You know, this is like a so like, yeah, it's future proofed. Like, this computer is gonna, like I said, it's gonna eat. Yeah, it's got a 4080 Ti Super 16 gigabyte card in it. It's gonna eat everything alive. Like I said, there's not gonna be a game or an application that I can throw at this thing that it won't destroy. That's what I need. So that's what I got. It's not insane. It's just gonna be nice. You know, it's gonna be a nice. The one I have now was nice when I got it. One I have now was pretty fucking bleeding edge when I got it. Remember computers 20 years ago? Yeah, I do. I remember computers more than 20 years ago. I remember computers 30 years ago. 4080 is a damn nice card. That's what I've heard through the grapevine. I've heard it's a real workhorse of a card. Since we're kind of talking about funds, I'm moving into the final stages of an interview. Going to get back into loan processing by next week. Good, man. Good to hear it. See, you were choosy and you waited and until something came along that was like worth your skill and worth your time, and you hopefully you get it, sew it up, and you're back in the saddle, you know. Hey Paul, what's up? I heard you talking about your Steam Deck the other day. What are you playing on? I just got one. I'm looking for some more games that play well on it. I don't know if you're in. So I played Persona 5 Royal on it. That game is beautiful on it. Perfect. Right now I'm playing. Oh my god, is I always forget the fucking name of it. I don't know why. It's not BattleTech. What's that FromSoft game with the mechs that just like came out last year? I completely brain fart the name of it every time, but it's Fires of Rubicon, Armored Core. Yeah, that runs like a dream on it and looks great. Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk looks fucking phenomenal, especially if you sprung for the OLED Steam Deck. I don't know which one you got, but on either of them, it runs like a dream and it looks great. So yeah, those should get you started if you haven't played any of those. You got the 512 OLED, yeah. Cyberpunk, it just looks fucking. You'll be blown away. If you've never played Cyberpunk on an OLED with HDR enabled and everything, you will be absolutely blown away. I was like, I've never, like, I booted into it, and I'm a dude that's already played through the game twice, fully. And it was like I'd never played the game. I was just walking around like, whoa, look at the fucking neon reflections on the wet ground and how it turns everything pink, and look at the deep dark blacks in the alleyways and the corners where there's not enough light. It's just like, whoa, man. The fact that I can play that on a handheld is just like, as a fucking 90s, 80s gamer kid, is fucking insane. I played the OG Gods of War. Don't start on that. Have you played this? Have you played that? That's never a fun conversation. Go with the flow, homeboy. Oh man, my eyes are so dry this morning. I've been getting dry eyes real bad. I need to get like some eye drops and shit, because I've just got like scritchy eyes this morning. Dirty D, where's your ball? Where's your ball, big boy? Where's your ball, big baby? Sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, buddy. Just finished Sloppy Seconds, and I'm curious about something. There's a mod in here. I haven't done something that piss you off. No, dude. No, bro. Go on, dude. You misinterpreted my use of the quite racist Indian voice that I do against you. No. There's another mod that was being discussed. A mod in TJ's Discord. No, dude. I could never be mad at you, Pranav. Yeah, you you misinterpreted my targeted racist use of the of my Indian guy voice. I was like, sheesh, what did I do? Nah, bro. Just being random. Yeah. Just being totally random. I pity your new PC. It has no idea the abuse you're going to put it through. I know. By the way, it's coming today. I got the update on my phone today, this morning, just a few minutes ago, that it is out for delivery. I'm not going to set it up until probably like Sunday or Monday of next week, because I want to just like redo everything in my room. I've got to fucking clean everything up and get all the old crap out of there. I'm going to unplug everything so that I can like rewire everything and bundle it together so it's not like. But yeah, it's going to be here today, and then I will get it all unpacked and taken care of in a few days. Unboxing video, I don't do those. I don't like that. Plug-in air duster, yeah. I definitely need to clean out my fucking. That's another thing I've got to do, is clean my keyboard and everything. It needs it. It's time. Unboxing videos are obnoxious. I don't know. I know some people like them. They're just not for me. How do you back up your files? I'll be honest with you, I don't really do that. I don't keep things on my computer. Maybe that's not true. Like, there might be a few things that I need to pull over off of this old computer and put on the new one. But I'm not like a dude that has like a million different private documents and shit just on my computer. I keep that shit in file cabinets and stuff, or locked behind accounts somewhere, remotely in the cloud. I don't really keep personal files and stuff that's like super important to me on that computer. That's just a that's just like a tech guy thing. I think. But yeah, whenever I get a new PC, it's a freshie. I might pull over some pictures that I use, and maybe a document or two, but 99% fresh install. No data hoarding? No. No, I don't. I just don't think it's smart to have all your shit on a PC. People like, if somebody gained access to my PC, it would be a problem, because of course I've got like, my PayPal account auto logs in on that PC. So they could probably do some damage, but in terms of like stealing my identity or whatever, nah. My mortgage docs, prenup, SSN cards. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have all of that shit fucking locked away in paper form. If somebody gains access to my PC, they will be disgusted with the type and amount of porn on it. Yeah, I mean, see, I'm the opposite. If they gained it, they would probably be disappointed at the lack of anything interesting on my PC. I don't keep stuff. They would probably be like, why does this dude have a million pictures of Hellraiser on his PC? Because I still have all the pictures that I pulled for my Hellraiser reviews and shit. They'd be like, why does this guy have so many screen grabs of Hellraiser? Squinty D. Squinty D from the Salty Sea. Like you, Paul, I'm kind of vanilla when it comes to sex stuff. No Hellraiser levels over here. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not to kink shame anybody, but yeah, I'm not a big porn guy. I'm not. I have never been, really. Is it just me, or have a lot of people switched to dumb phones? I don't know. Uh, I don't think I know anybody that has done it personally, but I know there's a movement of people switching away from these phones that are just like attention grabbing things. I've thought about doing it, honestly. Like, maybe keeping a phone like this to do streaming and whatnot on, but not have it hooked up as a cell phone and just have a dumb phone. Like, I've considered doing it. I mean, yeah, once my computer gets set up, I will have the best computer of Pessimist Productions. Will I rub it in their face? No. Because TJ's not going to need a new computer probably for 3 or 4 years, because he got one, I think it was a couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago during COVID. I think he got a new PC. And Scotty's on the market, so Scotty will probably get a PC that's better than mine. So I don't want to talk shit now. what Scotty will end up getting, but dude, Kale figured out how to fucking get behind your parental controls. Oh shit, bro. You in trouble now, buddy. Do you like cooking? I do, but only a few things. I'm a proficient cook at a few things. Oh my god, these eyes are driving me nuts today. I'm sorry, guys. You see me over here like squinting and shit. It's just like I've got the driest fucking eyes today. You'd think a stoner like me would have some fucking clear eyes or something. I need to get a fucking tube of it. I need to get some eye drops because this is fucking ridiculous. My poor eyelids are just dry on the inside. Do you see TJ and Scotty as your family? Yeah, I mean, like we have a thing with our show, with our group, that family comes first, and that first we are kind of a family. Like we take care of one another. We make we make room for people that need to do things or have things come up. It's never a problem if somebody has to miss a show or has to reschedule a show. So yeah, in that way, I do consider them family. What kind of things do you like cooking? I'm good at like grill stuff. So, oh god, these eyes are fucking driving me nuts, dude. What the fuck? I feel like I just want to like submerge myself in eye drops. Yeah, I like grilling meat, making burgers, making chicken, well, maybe not chicken so much, but like a tri-tip, putting a big old tri-tip on. Paul, do you have a Discord server? Stay tuned. I will announce, I'm creating a Discord server. I'm in the process. And I will announce it to you guys via a Hideology and on the show when it's ready to roll. I also make a pretty killer just steak. If you get me a filet mignon, I'll cook you a really, really delicious, beautiful, perfect steak. And I also love making mashed potatoes. I have a mashed potato recipe that is pretty fucking epic. And that anybody that has me over for Thanksgiving and they ask me to bring the mashed potatoes, that's all they will do. That's all they will ask me to bring till the end of time. A wet rag with cool water over your eyes could help your eyes for a while. I don't know, maybe I'll try it if it won't fucking... Because right now it is... Dude, my eyes are so dry. The best grill ever. What the fuck? Best grill ever is the Weber kettle. Yes. I don't have a Weber right now, but I do agree. I love a little charcoal Weber is pretty much how it goes. TJ's a pretty great cook, isn't he? Yeah. TJ's a good cook. He's way better than people I think would give him credit for. I think if TJ struggles with anything as a cook, it is following recipes. I think TJ likes to like look over a recipe and then just eyeball a lot of stuff. Maybe I'm wrong about that. That's just kind of like the impression I get. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but I think TJ gets a little overzealous sometimes when he's cooking, adds a little, maybe too much of this or a little too little of that. But TJ's a good cook. He's not like intimidated by cooking. Ever suffer from deep existential boredom? I have. I don't really as a rule. Is there going to be another meetup soon? I don't know about soon, but this year I would say we're going to have another meetup. 2024, I think we want to try and do a meetup a year at least. So yeah, 2024 we'll have a meetup, and it will be, 95% certainty on the East Coast somewhere within striking distance of New York City. And like I said, you guys will know. Same thing as last time with VIP tickets, probably, yeah. That's how we've usually done these meetups, and people tend to like it. You splash out a little bit extra on a thing, and you get a whole, like, hour and a half with us with nobody else. It's just chill before the show kind of deal. If you come to New York, I'll be there. I'll be there. If you come to New York, I'll be there. Don't even worry about it, Pranab. The gift you give is your presence, my friend. Give me a big old hug when you see me. That's the gift I want from you. Give me a big old hug. It's always nice when people bring things, but it's really not, necessary. Like, you guys are the gift. You guys let me live a life that I never thought I would live. What more gift can you give me than that? Can we be friends if I get you some weed at the meetup? No, but we can smoke together if you want. Dude, these eyes are fucking something else today. Somebody's gonna have to tell me, like, what to do with these eyeballs, because it's not cool. Yeah, I'm not doing it. You Southerners, yeah, the pollen count is exploding right now. We're having like a little false spring because we've had, like, not warm but clear, nice weather, and the pollen is fucking. Pollen count and the mold and mildew count is, because it's wet because we've had a lot of rain recently, but it's been dry the last few days and kind of warm. It's killing me, bro. You can see. It's fucking killing me. I'm being attacked over here. If you wouldn't mind, I would like it blue. Well, thank you for attending all the ideologies. They're no fun if nobody shows. Oh yeah, if you live close to Glencoe and you didn't come to the fucking Big Chief meetup, like, what the fuck was wrong? No disrespect, but you look like a gnome today. No disrespect taken. Pretty big for a gnome, but otherwise, I get your drift. I'd be like the world's largest gnome. No, I haven't done anything with the watch collection. I just spent a big bunch of money on the computer, so it's going to be a while before I do that, if at all. I'm just, I feel like I need a hobby that isn't video games. Because right now, my hobby is gaming which is fine, but I want something different. Oh, I'm so light sensitive too. Please. I think I might need to go get some shades or something. I'll be back in a sec. Give me a sec. I need some fucking shades. Oh, this is bullshit. Coming back out, G. You coming back out, buddy boy? Yeah, that's a good boy. Alright, that's better. Holy shit. That was necessary. Oh my goodness. That combination of fucking light sensitivity and like dryness, oof. This is at least handling one part of it. Do you prefer sativa or indica? Yes, please. Yes, please. I'll take them both, please, if you don't mind. Got your Steve Zissou look. No Life Aquatic memes, okay? Nobody gets those. When was the last tea break you took? 3 or 4 months ago, I think. Is it chilly? Yeah. I wouldn't say it's like cold, but it's chilly. Brisk. Jesus. Ow. Oh, man. Fuck you. Puff of smoke from my cigarette just went right into my eye. And it's dry as fuck. And I quit. All right, I'm picking back up the habit again. It's the worst when, like, it sucks when it just happens, but it's the worst when your eyes are already dry and watery and fucking shitty. Oh my God, dude. I gotta quit smoking. I gotta quit this shit. It's on the agenda, okay? It's down the road, but it's on the, I gotta do it. Ever see yourself quit smoking? Like I said, it's on the agenda. I need eye drops. In the worst fucking way. I need them like yesterday already. Quit smoking cigarettes or weed. Cigarettes. Quit smoking. Did your neighbor find that puppy? I don't know. I have not heard anything. I hope so. I don't smoke tobacco unless it wraps my weed. I see. You're a spliff guy. I like a spliff. I haven't had a spliff in a long time, honestly. I'm definitely a fan, but it's pretty rare to run into a spliff. Maybe you need some water. I'm working on it. I'm hydrating, as you can see. That I got my protein shake. I got my coffee. You know, I'll go get a glass of water after this. Yeah, that's a spliff, Xena. I like it. And it's not like necessarily, well, I don't like it to cut the weed, but it's just a mellow smoke. It like takes the edge off the weed in terms of it making you cough as hard. If you wouldn't mind, I would like it blue. I like a blunt too. I'm just a joint guy though. You know, I'm always chasing the joint. I'm about to make Paul hate hate me a bit. I haven't listened to nearly enough Nirvana. I don't hate you, but you should get on that. You should get on that. Introduce Kale to the Nirvana. Make him a little 90s skater boy. Now, don't let him turn into a skibbity toilet head. If you ever hear that skibbity toilet coming out of something he's got in his hands, you snatch it. Don't lose him to the skibbity, Pranav. Don't lose him to the skibbity toilet. He already is. Oh no. Oh no. Skibbity bop bop bop. Even worse, my younger son is into it too. Oh no. Oh no, Pranab. Oh no. skibbity bop bop bop. Yes, yes. Skibbity dibbity heap heap. Skibbity 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 skibbity. He doesn't even have a crazy amount of screen time, only 30 minutes a day. Well, that's good. Yeah, I mean, if he's using that 30 minutes to get into skibbity, that's all he needs. My daughter is also a skibbity toilet head. Oh no, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You know it's coming. You know Skibbity Toilet, the movie is coming. You know it's coming. Just a matter of time before Hollywood makes a Skibbity Toilet movie, right? And people will take their children to it, and it's over. It's Jover, guys. We've lost the Zoomers. Shut up, Paul. I know you're right, but stop it. Skibbity Toilet. Awesome glasses, Paul. Thanks. These are my nice glasses. Did you steal them from Forever 21? These are a little nicer than you can get at Forever 21, okay? Not trying to flex, but you'll know what brand these is if you look at the colors around the lenses, all right? Take a look at the different colors. You see that? There's a dark green and there's a burnt sienna. That'll tell you the brand of these glasses, okay? I'm not trying to flex, but these are real deal glasses, okay? These are not gas station glasses. Ray-Ban, good question, but no. Here, I'll show you this too. This should tell you. You see the cicada? That's a cicada. Huh?
Guess what just got here?
Oh shit! The PC has arrived. Oh shit! Yeah, these are Gucci shades.
Mom put on white pants and look what Dino already did to them.
Oh no! Why you do this, D?
Mom was asking for it.
You gotta set it up today? No. I talked earlier about it. I'm gonna set it up probably Monday of next week or Sunday at the earliest. I'll start on it. But we got our week off coming up. I want time to like get everything set up and tested for the show. So if you wouldn't mind, I would like it blue.
And you want to clean everything up and rearrange and all that shit.
Yep. Snoop Dogg has these shades with the option, because these shades have an attachment that you can clip on right here. I didn't get it because it's probably more than the shades are, but it's a giant Gucci cicada, like a gold one that you stick to this bar and your nose bar, and it hangs right there. You can see him wearing them sometimes. Good old Snoopy Doopy.
I told you that they fired the guy that came up with that marketing thing.
What
Snoop
marketing?
Dogg.
Oh,
Where,
really?
like, he's giving up smoking.
Oh yeah, dude. I smelled bullshit all over that because Snoop Dogg did that one time.
Mm.
Like one time in his life, I remember he actually was like, "Yo, I'm backing off of the weed," and everybody was like, "What? You're doing what?" Remember when he tried to go by Snoop Lion? Yeah, that was his Jamaica arc. He went to Jamaica and got treated like a king over there, of course. Went into the studio with some reggaeton artists and made a pretty bad reggae album. And then Snoop Lion was over, and it was back to Snoop Dogg. He was back to the D O double G in record time. D, what is it, you squinty boy? You have
Already
dry
has
eyes
eye
today, too.
boogies.
I have got the driest eyes today, D. My eyes are drier than they've ever been. And they're itchy, and they're shitty, and they're watery, too. How are they watery and dry at the same time, D? You tell me. I don't know. I can't figure it out. He jumped up in my lap.
Oh, yeah?
Over here. He hurdled the thing and was up here. Said hello to everybody this morning.
The booty hole is cold.
Yeah, his poor little booty is like all exposed now. Pranob says hello, Amelia.
Oh, hello, Pranob. You had any more luck on the job search?
He did, yeah. He's going into a final interview for a job. So hopefully it works out. Got our fingers crossed.
You tell him that the groomer didn't listen about giving him a whip tail. We just couldn't be
No,
mad.
I mean, it's okay. We wanted the groomer to like shave him down pretty all the way around, but she left his pretty ears and his pretty tail. You can't be mad about that. He looks great. He looks like a god dang gentleman to me. I heard Amelia's voice behind me at the Vegas meetup, but was too shy to say hello. You shouldn't be shy of Amelia.
Yeah, I'm just as shy.
Yeah, Amelia's not like a super wallflower either, so. Are you open to being a reference, Paul? I feel like you could spin a good tale for a price. A reference? What does that even mean?
Like a job reference? I don't think you're gonna job reference
No.
anybody.
No, I'm not going to be your job
phone out
reference.
for
No.
fucking recruiters.
Would I be good at that? Yes. Lying about what a wonderful employee you were? Yes. I would be good at it, but I'm not going to participate. No. I got plenty of side gigs, okay? Paul, would you agree to take 1 year off your life if you had the guarantee that you would die pain-free? No. No, that's a hard no. I'm not worried about dying in pain. Like I have an actual pretty high pain threshold.
Wayne, you've been in pain.
I'm
pretty
in pain
much.
every fucking single day of my life, okay? All day. So pain isn't, I don't fear pain.
And if you're dying of pain, that means you get loaded the fuck up with fentanyl.
Hell yeah. Give me the fent patches. Shoot me straight up with that liquid OxyContin, man. Give it to me.
I ain't giving you no fent if you're fucking not dying of pain.
Fent has no euphoria. I don't necessarily want to be euphoric. I just want to not be in pain. Mindy took that shit when they had to break her water for her. Yeah. They give it in pretty extreme incidences. Oh goodness, that was almost a fucking tragedy of epic proportions. You guys missed it. Oh my god, that was almost fucking crazy. A fucking goddamn morning, the last bit of my morning shake almost went all over you motherfuckers, dude. It was that close. But my cat-like reflexes saved it.
And the skull shape probably helped.
No. It was my cat-like reflexes.
Was it sweet enough for you?
It was perfect.
Yeah.
Every morning it's perfect.
Cool.
You are perfect.
Oh, well, thank you.
Where'd you get that mug? I don't even remember. I've had it for a long ass time. I do not remember for the life of me where I got that.
It's got like a jar lid too. It's nice.
Oh, you know what it was? This was gotten for me as a present in the DP days. I think they sent one to everybody on the show at that time. And I took it home and I've had it ever since.
Did it used to have a lid?
No.
No.
But it's just, you can put like a normal jar lid on it.
Yeah.
Or it's not, I don't think it's a full-size jar, but it's like the mid-sized preserving jar. It just has the grooves for the lid if you needed to, but I don't know why you'd want to. I wouldn't put, it's a mug.
I mean, if you wanted to put like a straw in it, you could put like a lid that has a straw.
Yeah,
hole.
yeah, that is true. Yeah, it's a shame. I get salty sometimes when I think about the cool shit that I left in the DP studio. Because I didn't want it to, when I left the show, I didn't want it to look like I was like looting the show or whatever. So I had a full size cardboard cutout of Jude that used to sit behind me on the show. I had a tie-dye thing that a dude made for me that was hanging up behind me on the show that I really liked that got left there. My chainmail helmet that was made for me and given to me as a gift that I used for Eric the Fed got left there. I didn't take anything out of the studio. There was a piece that was bought for me that I'd left in the studio, and we would smoke off of it. I didn't take that. There was like DVDs and shit that I just hadn't taken home. Those got left. Loot it, Paul. I mean, it's gone now. I don't even know where the current DP studio is, and I doubt that. I never saw that Jude Law cutout on the show again the few times that I've checked it out. So
yeah, they either dumped it or they like sold it on Craigslist or
something. Yeah. What is Eric the Fed? It was a story, like a character that I did to make fun of TJ's haircut when he cut his own hair that one time and he looked like a page boy from the Middle Ages. Somebody had made me a chainmail helmet and sent it, like not a helmet, a chainmail coif, which would go underneath your plate mail or whatever, probably. And I put that on and pulled my beard out of it and did like a British lord and treated TJ like he was my squire. And he hated it. He got real mad and he stood up and walked away and all of that stuff. It was fun. It was a meme on the show. It was a bit. You could look it up. I was like, "Where's my squire? Where's my squire, page boy TJ? My horse needs brushing and my boots need shining. Has anyone seen my squire, my dunder-headed squire, page boy TJ?"
I don't think the hair evolution with TJ will ever stop until he goes like actually balds.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever, you know. I'm kind of been the same way in my life. I haven't done more wild shit with my hair, but I was always just like, man, shave me bald. Let it grow out a little longer, then shave me bald again, then fucking get me a normal clean cut haircut, then shave that off. I never really felt happy with my hair until I grew it out. And every time I tried to do that in my life, in my 20s and stuff, it was either my significant other or somebody in my life would like tell me it just looked awful on me and I'd cut it. Never had a back slick? No. No, well, maybe. For a little while, maybe in like early middle school or 6th grade, I would comb my hair back and put gel in it, you know, to keep it slicked back. But that was pretty common at that time. Like hair gel was a thing. Like I remember my mom used to buy these tubs, and the brand was Depp with 2 P's, Depp, like Johnny Depp. I don't know if
Was that blue shit or
yeah, it
was
was
that...
blue or pink, and you would just like and just like slick your hair down or spike it. I used that shit all through the 90s to spike my hair up. Like in the 90s, the haircut that all the dudes had, where it was a high fade, and then you would like spike it up in the front. Does that make sense? You would like slick it down a little. It's almost like the way that Kyle wears his hair now, where you'd slick it down on top, and then in the front it kind of like. Phew. That was the broccoli top of my time.
Yeah. And now I guess they're just... Oh, it's empty.
Oh, I'm sorry, baby.
It's okay. Do you think the broccoli top's perm?
Some of them probably do. If you wouldn't mind, I would like it blue.
I know my broccoli top cousin must.
You have a broccoli top cousin?
Yeah, you remember you met him? Younger.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did look like he had like a perm up there.
Yeah, 'cause my grandpa permed his hair for like 50 years straight.
Mine too. My grandma was a hairdresser. She had a hairdressing studio out of her house for a long time. And she had mostly like little old lady clients from the neighborhood. But she did my grandpa's hair and she permed it every fight. That's how I remember my grandpa, with a curly fro. It was common for older guys back then to have a perm, which was, it's almost unthinkable now. I would never get a perm in my hair. But
because I know that boy's hair, and that boy's hair ain't that curly.
no. You're probably right. Well, he doesn't perm it. Do you think he does curlers in it?
I don't know. I feel like perming would be easier almost, because it holds for a while.
Yeah. What about this perm mullet comeback? Yeah, the mullet is back and the broccoli top are back. Both of these are hairstyles that like went out. The broccoli top was an 80s hairstyle, and the mullet was a late 80s and early 90s hairstyle. And they're both back in a big way. You'll see fucking little kids running around with full blown fucking golden sevens. And you're like, what? The golden seven? Really? Business in the front, party in the back, but you're 12. What the fuck?
Your funniest grumpy old man moment was like We were driving around one day, and they're like, "What are all these broccoli tops doing around? They should be in school." And I'm like, "It's Sunday, baby."
Oh yeah, that was hella funny. We went out for some. I don't remember where we're going, to my mom's house or something.
Something like that.
Yeah. We got in the car and I saw this like crew of broccoli tops with skateboards and shit walking around, and I was like, "What are these little fucking broccoli tops doing at 2 in the afternoon running around? Shouldn't they be in school?" And you were like, "It's Sunday, babe." I was like, "Oh, well, shouldn't they be at home playing video games or something? Why do I gotta see them?" You know where we see them every time? At the fucking movie theater / mall area over there.
They hang out at the gas station too. You just don't go as much as I do.
Yeah. The gas. That's the saddest thing to me. Is like, dude, we would have never in a million years stooped to chilling in a gas station parking lot. There were just other places we could go as kids, but all those places are gone now, man. It sucks. We would have never been at a gas station parking lot on a Saturday night. Like, that's just. Yeah, the broccoli tops they're out in force now. And the funny thing is, all the studies on them show that they're horrible people too. Like, they're all like kind of like white nationalists and misogynists and shit. It's like, oh, an army of the scummiest kids you've ever known. The broccoli tops are here.
Dude, that'd be a funny schlock horror movie.
Broccoli tops.
Like, do
Gonna go shave Kale's head now, thanks. Yeah. Don't let him have the broccoli top, bro. He's already a skibbity. It's going, that dude. Look at the studies, man. All these skibbity broccoli tops. They're fucking horrible. They're super right wing. No, don't tell him it's fine. It ain't fine. He's got a son that's turning into a broccoli top before his eyes. I don't want that shit.
Go back to the 90s spikes.
Yeah. Get him a classy high fade with some spikes in the front. He isn't turning, bro. He is. Oh, God. Oh. Intervention. We gotta get that boy into wood shop or something. Put him in the scouts. You got the perm? Oh, no. Oh, no. Kale. No, I'm kidding, dude. It is what it is. He's a little boy. It's a trend. I'm catastrophizing a little bit about fucking broccoli tops. It's okay. Dude, trust me, old men like me were looking at me and my friends running around and going like, why don't they pull their fucking pants up? Why can't I see all their unders?
They have a bunch of shit smeared in their hair.
Yeah, why are they fucking like all their hair all blonde and their pants sagging around their asses? Yeah, just let him do it. Let him broccoli it up. Let him skibbity it up. Nah, dude, it looks horrifying on him. All right, well then step in as a father and be like, let it grow out. When it's time for a haircut again, you say, Kale, as your dad, that perm looks like fucking ass on you, bro. We're gonna get you anything else you want. You want a mohawk? You want to go bald? You want a flat top? You want to fucking
go
whatever
purple?
You want purple hair? We'll do it, bro. Anything you want other than the broccoli. Because if it looks, yeah, dude, you gotta save him. Save him from himself. He'll thank you, because like the pictures of him from this era in his life will be cringe forever. But if he's got a cool haircut, it won't. Let him grow it out like Uncle Paul. You know? All the kids want to be me. I'm just hella cool, you know?
Alright, you can have more lap time, mister.
Mr. Man.
Poor cold booty. You don't got no pants for you. We're not gonna put pants on you.
Coolsville Paul, yes. Hey, Paul. Hello. Of course the fucking goddamn yard work has got to start.
Well, it's trash day. They might even come into our yard today, I'm not sure. I think they came last week, so I don't think they're coming.
Yeah, I don't think they're coming. They came earlier this week. At least not to our yard, but I gotta sit and listen to it for fucking 20 minutes. Meh, maybe it won't be bad. As a kid, looking silly was one of the things that made me feel I had a say. Yeah. I mean, I'm making a bigger deal than it is. And my parents were pretty permissive with me. They let me get piercings and shit before I was of age to do it myself. No shop is going to pierce you if you're 16 unless you get your parents to go with you. My mom went with me to get my eyebrow pierced and then my septum and then get my ears. Well, my ear came first. I got my left ear pierced because that was like the thing back in the day. You had one earring as a dude, and it had to be your left ear because the right ear made you gay, meant you were gay. Whatever, it was stupid fucking shit. But that was my first piercing, and then I went in, I got my eyebrow pierced at 16, and then at 17, I got my septum. And then at 18, once I could do it on my own, I got my labret pierced and my tongue. And then I gauged my ears. And at one point, I was wearing all of that. So I looked very different.
It just gets to be too much of a pain in the ass after a while.
It was more, and it didn't, it kind of went out of style too.
Yeah.
Like after the late 90s, it was still in. And then once the 2000s hit, you started seeing less of the piercings and shit. And then now they're back. Now people are, maybe not the eyebrow. I don't see the eyebrow barbell a lot. But I see a lot of septum, a lot of labret, a lot of tongue.
I took pretty much.
These, what are those called again?
Snake
bites.
No, the ones like on
These
the
are snake.
cheeks.
These are snake bites.
Yeah, those are snake bites. They're dahlia piercings.
Dahlias. Yeah, I see a lot of dahlias on women. A lot of snake bites.
I took all mine out except my belly button.
Yeah, well, you've got a piercing through your
conch.
cartilage. Yeah, a conch. Yeah.
Maybe because I don't know how to take it out.
I had a friend named Matt who it turned out to be kind of a scumbag, but he was a friend of mine back in high school when I was a teenager who got, I don't even know what you would call it. I've never seen somebody with it. He got his cartilage on his ear punched.
Yeah.
And then he had like a really big ring in it.
They don't recommend that.
Yeah. He got it done on both ears. Because, that you can't like heal that, right?
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone. You can't get that back. You'd have to wear like a fake skin plug in there. There was some pretty extreme shit that people were doing with the piercings and whatnot back in the day. What is the psychology of body changes, tattoos, and piercings? I don't know. I mean, I think that there's definitely something to it because if you look at primitive tribes and stuff, primitive is not a good word to use for them. Less, what would you say, like non-civilized tribes?
I would just say more traditional.
Sure. There's a lot of tattooing, a lot of piercing, a lot of scarification, body modification. It's like very common. So I don't know. Maybe there's a spiritual element to it. I mean, it's definitely like a trend as well. Yeah, I don't know. Excuse me. Okay, we're fine. I don't know what the psychology of that is, though. I wore a spike here for a long time, and I stopped wearing it because in my sleep, I wore it in my sleep like an idiot, and I did that in my sleep and got it in my mouth and stabbed the roof of my mouth with the spike.
Oof.
And that's when I took out the Libre. Well, that and it wore down my gums at the tooth line right here because of the backing on it, you know. They didn't have like, now I know they make like silicone backings that are not destructive to your teeth, but back in the day it was just like a metal flat thing on the inside of your lip.
You can do like that little bit of skin like right between your front teeth too.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, this up here.
Yeah.
It looks kind of neat, but
That'll wreck your gums too.
I would think it would wreck your teeth, yeah, and your gums. And if you ever got punched, oh my god, it'd break your teeth.
But yeah, I don't know. Like my belly button was the biggest pain in the ass to heal, but it's like it's the only piercing like body wise that I've stuck with.
Yeah. Stretching was not a thing back in the day when you started getting your ears gauged too. And so I got my ears hollow needle punched, which they like, hardly anybody will do anymore.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, no, you get a normal piercing and then you stretch it with these and you gauge up to whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
I got hollow needle punched to a 2, which is fucking huge for a punch. But it just means that my ears will never close up. And it's actually a good thing from what I've read in terms of like getting keloids and shit. It's stretching and stuff that will cause keloids to grow. The punch doesn't. But it also takes like 3 months for the punch to heal. I mean, you're literally just taking a chunk out of your skin. But I'm kind of glad I got it because you can't get that anymore.
Mine are like stuck around, I think, 4 because my ear didn't want to stretch
Well,
anymore.
you have small little lobes,
Yeah.
so like if you went much bigger, it would be so thin.
Yeah. It just felt bad, so
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not gonna fuck with it.
Yeah, you're at the perfect size for yours.
Yeah.
That's the thing with earlobe stuff. Unless you really want the big fat gauges, like you don't have to go 0 or 00 if you've got like smaller ears. You need to go like what looks good on your lobe, you know.
It's just big enough for a tunnel.
Like mine are 0s, and I think this is just perfect for my ear. Mine are a single 0, and that's where I like to keep mine. Yeah, I've heard that like if you do the punches, they stretch better too. Like you have less problems with stretching, and I have never had a problem with stretching. So, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend getting it done that way. Just get like normals.
Which is so much riskier for
It is.
infection and shit.
Yeah,
Let me get that.
and way more painful as well. I mean, you don't have a lot of nerve endings here, but the ones that you do have are fucking. Your ears are pretty inflamed for about a month, and then after that, you've got to take it out, clean it, wash it out real good every fucking day, because if you don't, you'll just get a big, giant infection. I only have my septum pierced. I don't know about getting my ears. Yeah, I liked the septum, but I had a really thin piercing there, and it closed up.
Yeah, I did like a hoop in my nose one time, and like it grew in between the little gap of the hoop. And just,
Yep.
yeah. We're gonna do it. The little hook-shaped ones are a pain in the ass until you figure them out. But those are
Well, that when you're getting a cartilage punch, it is better to do a higher gauge one as well. It's just more stable in your nose.
yeah. Your nose wants to heal more.
I got a
think.
very thin one here that hung down, you know, and it was not perfect. If you look at people that have septum piercings, it's usually, I would say, about like a 4,
Yeah, I mean,
somewhere
like,
between like a 4 and a 6.
You've seen my dad. Like he has a
Yeah.
huge one.
Yeah. Yeah, I might do that again one day. I liked the septum, and I think it would look okay on me now. But I don't really have a drive other than that to do the piercing shit. I feel like I got that out of my system. More than I want that, I want tattoos. I would love to look down at my hands because I have scars all over my hands from work. You can, I don't know how well you can tell, but just the backs of my hands are not super nice looking because of my work. I've burned my hands a lot. I've scraped them up. I did a lot of hard work in my life. Got a really bad burn there. Not to flip you guys off, but I would like to get my hands done just so I like when I look at my hands, they don't look as raggedy. So I'd like to get my hands and forearms done. I'd like to get my sleeve over here kind of fleshed out and finished. And then a big face tat of some kind, you know. No, I'm kidding. Hand tattoos hurt so far. I know they do. I know they do. Like I said, I'm a pain guy. I'm fine with it. I don't necessarily like pain, but I have a high tolerance for it, so I'm not worried about it. Don't they do some like lidocaine shit on your hands or on parts of your body that's hard to tattoo sometimes, like
I
some
mean, I've
skin
never
rub
seen
shit?
it, but that doesn't
Oh,
mean they don't do it. I just personally haven't seen it.
you can ask for it. Got it. Yeah. I don't necessarily think I'll need it, but you know, the option is there, I guess. Yeah, yeah. Well, they used to do that too. That's why I was questioning. If you ask for a numbing thing, they'll do it. I don't necessarily think I'll need it, but I've never gotten a hand tattoo, so maybe I'm fucking judging it wrong. I don't know. I don't necessarily want to get like all the way down my fingers, but like the backs of my hands, I would like to get. Spot that hurt the worst was on my wrists. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Spots where you have less skin. Now, me being pudgy will probably help because I can actually like grab skin on the back of my hands. So it's not super thin, but it is here. Like there's nothing there for me to pinch really. So that I can see that being pretty rough. I don't know if I need my wrists done though. Honestly, I kind of want just like the backs. Maybe have it go around here below the wrist. I don't know. I want to get a leg sleeve. Yeah, I don't really care about my legs. Maybe I want to get my arms, like upper body stuff done, and then see what I think.
I mean, you definitely get to a point with tattoos where you just tune them out.
Yeah, it's just a thing for me. It's not. It doesn't bother me that bad, but I just don't like the way my hands look. I also have eczema, which sucks. You just get like little bubbles on your hand that'll pop. It's like a blister almost, and then you get a little sore there, and it leaves a big scar. And I've got that type of stuff all over my hands, and then old burn scars and nasty scrapes and cuts from working. My hands just look kind of raggedy most of the time. From Starbucks and the school job. The school job, I was up underneath things and crawling in ceilings to drop wires and shit. And there's all kinds of raggedy pieces of metal up there. I've laid myself open, burned myself, scorched myself, scraped myself, got big old blisters on my hand from second degree burns from the steam wand and shit. I've had like literally like molten boiling milk that somebody left on the thing. I saw it happening. I was training a newbie, and then somebody had just left the milk there, and it was about to fucking foam up. And I tried to grab it before it happened. I killed the steam, and I tried to grab it, and right as I did, it foamed over, and that's like the instant second-degree burn.
Get that. Thank you.
That had to hurt. It did. It did. I probably should have gone home that day, but I went and got the burn kit, put gel on it, wrapped my hand, and kept going. And when I went home, the whole back of this hand was fucked.
Did you even report it to anyone or no?
No. Well, yeah, milk has fat and sugar in it. That's why it was so much worse than if it would have been just boiling water. Paul's a fucking trooper. I mean, I don't know. It's just the what you did back then. Somebody else might have gone home with it. I probably could have, but it was a busy fucking day and whatever. I just wrapped it up and had somebody else hit my bar because I couldn't do it with a wrapped up hand. I just took the register for the rest of the day. Yeah, you don't put caramel or any kind of syrup under the steam wand, but milk, like I said, has natural sugar in it and a lot of fat. And so that it was like a grease burn almost on your hand. It immediately sticks to your hand. That molten sugar and grease sticks to your hand and creates like a compound burn. So it's nasty. I've had that happen a couple of times. That was the worst. I've had it slop over onto my fingers and burn the shit out of my fingers. You can see there I lost like all the skin on this knuckle one time because it slopped over as I was grabbing it.
Where was OSHA?
I mean, I'm not that type of person. You know, like that was not Starbucks's fault. That is something that I was trained to not do because the machine was now they have a machine that has a wand and a thermometer and it auto stops. Back in the day, we were using a knob that turned the steam on, and you could feather the steam pressure with the knob and find the right pressure, and then you turn it off. Well, newbies would turn it on, walk away to do something, forget they had milk on. And at some point, the milk reaches a temperature where it turns into like foam and it boils out of that shit. It's like if you've ever like boiled milk for something and let it go too long, it scorches and foams up and starts cooking basically. So yeah, that wasn't like this job is a safety hazard thing. I was well trained on that, and I was in the process of training somebody on that. So it was my bad. It was their bad and my bad. I should have let it happen, killed the steam. I was trying to save it from being a big mess, and it was stupid of me to reach in and try and grab it at that moment. I should have just let it happen. Because you turn the steam off and let it boil over. Eventually, then you can get a wet towel and grab it off of there, throw it in the sink, clean it up, and everything's fine. Nobody hurts themselves, But Starbucks knew. They kept a really good burn kit with that, like, what do you call it? That, like, second skin shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I don't know what it's called.
It's super wet when it comes out of there, and you lay it on the burn, and then you wrap the burn. They had all the good shit there, so they knew, it was a hazard, and they provided the right kind of shit. So I'm not gonna fucking sue the company over that. That would be stupid. Or make a big stink about it. But when you burn a big patch of skin like that, your skin, that's one of the reasons why I want to get the hand tattoos. It's just like, I can tell, looking at the back of this hand versus this hand, that this hand has really got a big burn scar on the back of it. It just is not even like my skin is over here. And it doesn't bother me that much, but I just don't like looking at it. I'd like to look at something there and see something cool. So probably injured myself more, and more due to the negligence aspect at the computer job.
Yeah.
Like that job, OSHA could have stepped in because I was having to lift things, awkward things all day. That's
No
an OSHA
help.
violation. No help. I was having to crawl into dirty, dingy places to get things done with, just like breathing hazards, and I was provided no masks or anything like that. Yeah, just working around like rusty, jagged metal a lot and getting cut on it and fucking having to go get a tetanus shot and all that shit. Like, I probably like had way more of a claim against that. But once again, like I would have felt bad doing that because the schools are just so strapped for money and help as it is that if I make it harder for people to do my job, then I make it harder for teachers to get help with their technology, which ultimately ends in it being harder for kids to learn in the environment. And, setting off that chain of events wouldn't have been something I would want on my conscience. But I could have definitely OSHA'd it up about 15 different ways at that job. Especially as somebody with a labor background who knows some of the things, some of the regulations and shit. I blew my back out more times than I can count lifting those fucking big white Emacs that weighed like probably 85 pounds a piece, and there was just no handle on them, no way to grab them other than to put your hands underneath them and lift them manually and hold them against your body. I mean, it's like literally the worst kind of strain you can put on your back, and I blew my back out more times than I can count at that fucking job. And worked through it. Just put on my fucking waist girdle back brace thing and fucking worked through it. And the thing is like one of the reasons why I quit that job was I had reached a physical limit where it's like, yeah, I'm in bad shape and that contributes, but as it stood at that job, I just couldn't do it anymore. I was injuring myself constantly. And now I know that like my back is at a certain point and my just limitations are that I could never work a job like that again. I could not work a warehouse job where I was lifting all day. I just don't have the capacity for it anymore. I blew myself out doing it. And I worked so hard at that job. I'm not trying to complain, but you guys don't even know. I literally gave every ounce of everything that I had at that job, and so did everybody else that was doing it. It was a bedraggled fucking job, and it was really hard on my body and really hard on my mind. And I don't have the capacity for that anymore. I couldn't if I, had to go get a job now. I would probably try and get a Starbucks job or something in the service industry like that because warehouse work and stuff, my body won't do it anymore. Like I have to be careful when I lift things now. I can't be Mr. Go help you move guy. I have to be real careful when I lift.
Hire movers
Yep.
with that shit.
Yeah. If I push myself over that limit, I pay for it for a month. So it's just I can't do it. It's not that I can't lift anything. I can, but it's just like the repetitive all day, every day, 5 days a week lifting shit. I could never do that again, ever. My body's too broken now, unfortunately, for that.
I brought the PC in. It's not bad, but it's definitely heavy.
It's heavy, yeah. It's a heavy box. It sucks. But you got to know your limitations too. It's part of getting old. I'm not ancient, but I'm not a spring chicken no more either. And I worked hard in my 20s and 30s. I mean, real hard. And my body is fucked because of it. You know. Just got a call about the final interview. It's on Friday. Dope. Well, congrats, man. I know you'll knock it out of the park. Whether they make the right decision or not, who knows? But hopefully you get back on the horse here. I know it's been tough. strange hearing you talk about the same job I had at a school. That's cool, yeah. I mean, I didn't, you know. We're the few, the proud. Us IT school IT guys, public school IT guys. We're a rare breed out there, and other IT people don't even know. I used to go to these like educational technology meetings, and a lot of the people I met were on the other end of it. They were corporate level IT people, and they would laugh in my face when I told them about my job. Not maliciously, just like, what the fuck do they? How do you even do that? You know, it's a different breed, man. You are. It's like Mad Max IT. It really is, because you are usually understaffed by about 75%. Like, I had 3 schools. I should have had one. One school, when it came to, if you counted computers and network devices, servers, all of that shit, right? I was personally handling about 700 machines per site. And the bigger sites had over 1,000. So one of my sites had about 12 to 1,300 machines on site. When you count, like, you know, like wireless base stations and switches for distributing, you know, multiple internet connections from the wall. Yeah, about 1,100 to 1,200 per large site, and about 700 to 800 per small site. And I had 3 sites, 2 small, 1 large. That's 3 people's jobs in the IT world. You would never be asked to do 3 sites at a corporate IT job. Yeah. They would drop off a pallet of boxed computers, and I would have to build a lab. Yeah. So you need multiple switches, daisy chaining switches, networking, power to all the machines, unboxing, lifting, getting rid of all the garbage, getting rid of all the boxes, all of that. Fucking sucked.
I'm finally ready to come down. Goodness. All the lap time today.
Easy D. Damn, so you did networking and desktop shit for 3 different schools? That's crazy. Networking, server management, physical connections, wiring, the whole 9. I wired classrooms that had no network. Yeah, I did the whole fucking ball of wax, bro. I was way underpaid and way overworked for what I was doing. I was doing about 3 people's jobs every day, all day.
Yeah, that jury duty was kind of a blessing a little bit. 'Cause at least you
was.
fucking had a break.
Yeah.
As much of a pain in the ass as it was.
Yeah. But it was that jury duty that made me realize I needed to quit. Mm-hmm. Because after the 6 months that I had on that jury, not doing that fucking work every day, my body was way better. Mm-hmm. And I was way better mentally. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. It's fucking killing me. So it was during that jury trial that I made the plan to quit and go back to school. And that plan was interrupted by my divorce. It was a big realization time in my life. There was a lot of like, let's look at how you've been living for the last 20 years and let's point out the positives and the negatives. And unfortunately, there weren't a lot of positives and there were a whole lot of negatives. Mental, physical, and otherwise, you know. I was just run ragged. I couldn't do it anymore. And that's a tough feeling as a dude, too. Like, just going like, I literally can't do the job that I've done my whole life anymore. I can't do it. It's like, oof. The piercing you were talking about like 20 minutes ago, where you get a bit of cartilage taken out and leaves a cutaway, is called a dermal punch. Okay. Yeah. Were you worried also about having the divorced label? It's not. No, not really. I wasn't proud. You know, like it's not a proud label. You know, when you're a what do you, I don't know what you call a person who's been divorced, a divorcee. It's not exactly something I lead with when I meet people. You know, but I wasn't worried about it. It was more just like the unknowns that had kept me locked down for so long. Like, how do I live without another person telling me how to do it? How do I walk away from everything I built? Is that even, you know, like that was the mental struggle. I had a home, you know, you guys don't understand. I walked away from not just a marriage, but a whole house with a pool. I mean, it wasn't like a mansion, but it was a big, beautiful house with a pool in a nice neighborhood, lots of investments, lots of this, lots of that. Left it all behind. Walked away from it all. I'll be right back. Ooh. Excuse me. To get a little drink, do you? Are you thirsty? Thirsty, worsty butt. Me too. That's what I went in for. I don't need a drink. I needed a drink. Ah. I don't know if you heard me bitching about it earlier, but I gotta get me some eye drops. These last few days, my eyes have been so dry. It's the pollen and shit.
Yeah.
Feels like I got eyelashes in my eyes,
Yeah.
but it's just sandpaper in there. It fucking sucks.
You want to go get some?
Super. No. I'm just saying I gotta get some eventually because I get some clear eyes. As a stoner, it's stupid that I don't have it around anyway.
Well, it'd be something to talk to an eye doctor about if you do that next
Yeah.
week.
In what ways are you spiritual, Paul? You know, spiritual is one of those words, man, that like I think it's misinterpreted by people, or maybe I'm misinterpreting it. But for me, I have a very like nature connection. I get very, very contemplative, and I feel very different when I am in nature. The ocean is the biggest example of that. I will walk out into the ocean, and it's like a little ritual that I do out there. It's an expelling of energy and a taking of energy from the natural movement of the ocean, and it's visual and it's tactile and it's auditory. It's all of those things. So though that's my spirituality as a person. I also have a great amount of respect and wonder for the sky and the universe. I love just being in a place with no light pollution and looking at the Milky Way at night. It's like a sense of wonder, you know? So that would be the ways that I would describe myself as a spiritual person. I don't really put an entity behind it. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, buddy. It's the breeze too. It's like there's air moving across these eyes constantly, and it's just like they're already so dry. Ugh. Let me whine more about my dry eyes. Let me cry like a little bitch. I have dry eyes. When I took mushrooms for the first time, oh, fuck, it was in the woods. I can't fucking read anymore. I'm gonna have to end this. My eyes are so bad right now. They're just so dry. I can't even read what you guys are saying anymore. So I'm gonna end it. Thank you for chilling. It's been real. It's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun.